What is up, my Support Fibromyalgia friends? Good early morning over here. How are you doing? What is new and good with all of my Support Fibromyalgia friends? I'm checking in with you because I haven't checked in for a few days. It's been busy over here, and I thought I would just jump on, have my coffee chat with you. It's been an early morning. I woke up for a grocery delivery. I attended the Patients Rising November action briefing with Terry, and then I'm part of the PCORI. I guess they're having a virtual summit. So I've been learning from that and I've been logged in. So I've been logged in and working since 6:30 this morning. So I just thought I'd check in with all of you. How are you doing? Want to enjoy some coffee with me? Let's have a fibromyalgia coffee chat. I am Melissa Toller. I am the executive director of the Support Fibromyalgia Network, and I'm also a board certified functional medicine health coach. This is just a random chat for you to chime into. So leave an emoji, leave a comment where you're tuning in from, say hello, let me know what's new and good with you. How are you doing with the holidays? How are you feeling? How are things coming up? Anything you want to share, we can just go over and have a nice little chat as I get my coffee into my system. I'm trying to stay warm. It's cold this morning, and I know many of you laugh because I live in California and I'm always cold. So except when the temperatures are a little bit higher above 70 degrees. So I'm trying to warm up my system and an early morning for me. But I'd love to hear from all of you and just tune in and have a discussion. We have some new things coming down the pipeline for fibromyalgia and the organization. So, a lot of good stuff headed your way. We are working hard on a fibromyalgia advocates give back program for the holidays. So, if you know of a family or an advocate in need, please let us know because we're putting together packages right now and working with some advocates across the country because they have told me that there are some families and advocates that they would like to send a special gift to. So, there's going to be surprises going in the mail in December, and hopefully we can just give back to the community because that's what it's giving season. So we are doing a Giving Tuesday rally on November 30th. We would love your support. And I know it's difficult for everyone when it comes to giving back. But for an organization, obviously, we're always looking to fundraise, but we also need volunteers and donations of time and just spreading the word. So if you can like and share our organization and all the great things that we're working on, we really appreciate it. Hi, Renee. Oh no, hugs to you for the having a fibro flare and all that's going on. So if there's anything that we can do to support you with the fibro flares, let's have the community chime in too. Like, what kind of things do you do when you have a fibro flare? I know I always would recommend just resting and taking as much time and being kind to yourself and doing the things that you find joy and sometimes bring some laughter in. I'm working on that myself, adding more humor to my life. I tend to be much more on the serious side, or even when it comes to TV shows, I'm watching more serious TV shows or getting into the superhero stuff. But, I'm experimenting with some other TV shows that might bring me some more humor or, binge watching stuff on Netflix. Ah, there we go, the puppy, the pet care, yes. I love our pets, so much, and that's one thing, it brings so much joy. I have a dog, Toby, and he comes and greets me every morning. He loves sleeping on the bed, he's so cute. He brings so much joy to my life, and oh, okay, I'm reading this stuff too, essential oils helps, so people just say keep that anti-inflammatory. I'm seeing some of the comments too. Rachel says, I rest, drink cinnamon tea, try to stay away from stress, and hug my dog. I love it. A lot of pets hugging dogs. It's perfect times for like fibro flares. And does anyone get more fibro flares during the holidays? Or do you feel the adrenaline when the holidays are coming in and then it's flaring after the holidays? It's something to like create awareness on and seeing if you can figure out pacing or an idea of where your energy output is. Obviously, if we're trying to improve our health and not get sick with anything or like colds and flus and other things, but we just become so much more vulnerable because all the stress, the changes in temperature. I've seen different temperature changes of people sharing photos. So it's definitely cooler over here, but I know it's getting really cold where some of you live out there. So I'm just glad. I hope you feel better soon. Group hugs to you, Renee, and thank you, Rachel, for chiming in. And I'm seeing some of the other comments from Julie. Yes, we're definitely, it's so good to have our pets and then we can just chill with and, get into a warm blanket, have a hot beverage, hot herbal teas to kind of help, or some soup. Homemade soups are always great. Love like be having some of the instant pots, which I still need to get into. I have this little like instant pot that is just trying to figure out how to use, or benefits. I have a cookbook for it. I have friends that have like gluten-free instant pot cookbooks. So maybe we just got to share that information, but it's just sharing and caring with all of you out there in the community, and just coming on here and checking in with all of you because again, the holidays are coming up, so just trying to figure out how to manage our fibromyalgia with the holidays and anything for these discussions. We've been sharing some tips on what things to do about self-care, and taking time to just keep on track, right? Because we don't want to fall off. You keep on track of your sleep schedule, you keep on track of your meal schedule. You can bring your food if you need to, if you're going somewhere, and then just share, maybe bring some extras. And that's a big topic I've been talking about lately is we I think sometimes we feel that people won't understand when it comes to food, but food is such a time of sharing and giving in that sense, and we can get curious and help other people get curious with sticking to a healthy lifestyle and keeping on track for us if we have food sensitivities or just eating healthier. So definitely bring your own food and bring some extra to share. There's some good alternatives. I've been sharing that too. I'm not planning to go anywhere for the holidays, but I know some other people are. If you do happen to hear from me on things like Thanksgiving or the holidays, I do work through them. As I mentioned, I've never been such a big holiday person, so it's nice to share with all of you. If you are, I would love to hear, what you're doing. And if you love decorating for the holidays, please definitely share. And what are some of the hot buys, like share with people a lot, because I just had a great conversation with Latoya from Butterfly Chats. Please go check out our podcast. I'll definitely share the podcast with all of you. But she had some great tips for shopping for the holidays. She always has great tips for shopping for groceries, even if it's delivery, how to get coupons involved and all of this stuff. So she definitely has to do a podcast on that. I would love to hear her tips because even for delivery, I know they've kind of increased the prices in our area, so we're trying to make the best of it. Yeah, that's a good point here. So definitely telling people what you can and can't do during the holiday season. But it's hard. And then you're using the Instant Pot. Okay, the regular is I didn't know that there was a different Instant Pot. So that's interesting to know because I know they've come out with new features. I think I bought one last year for Black Friday, but it was really small. So I just wanted to get started, and I know there's like bigger ones. I gotta go contact one of my friends she teaches classes on that, and she has a book out with gluten-free recipes. I want to try to bring her in at some point to see. I know we're trying to get used to live videos, so some people get thrown off with like live streams and like how to incorporate it, especially if we're having a live cooking stream. But there's a lot of great videos out there. So, if anyone has videos to share, that'd be great. And Melissa says, I have to keep moving. So, this is an interesting topic that we have to get back into is sort of movement, keeping our sleep schedule, staying in when, okay. So, and if you guys are in the snow, I would love to know tips for how you stay warm because I'm in California, so I don't experience a lot of that. I don't experience it at all. And then I don't travel to places that have snow because I have done that before and I was absolutely miserable because I don't know if the clothes are just different or you're built different once you adapt to the cold weather, but I don't. I'm working on it though. I've been following Wim Hof. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that. And his breathing exercises are where the ice baths come in. And I just absolutely think I'm going to be out of my mind for doing this, but I'm trying it with like cold showers. I haven't tried it early in the morning, like days like this, where you're supposed to start out your day with a cold shower. And then it just rejuvenates you. It increases your immune system. It helps with mitophagy, so mitochondrial function. I know there's a benefit to it, and I've seen his information. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Wim Hof, but you've heard about those ice bath techniques. I know Dr. Terry Walls, who I follow a lot, uses ice baths. I just haven't gone into the courage of doing those things yet because I can't even go get stuff from the freezer without my hands hurting really bad and turning red. But I'm going to give it a try. That's something on my list to add to, is just turning off at the end, like having a really quick cold burst of shower and slowly building up. I'm watching more of his videos to learn how he does it. And even like just, he says, build up from like 20 seconds of cold water in the shower, and then start to go up to there. And I mean, people are really rejuvenated from it, and they found that it's helped. And then he had a video too, I think it was posted on Instagram, where he just had his hand in a cold bat of ice water. And I was seeing the posts underneath that people were using this technique to even help with Raynaud's disease and all this. And I was like, wow, okay, because I have really the sensitive hands and cold feet. So he was saying you do this, and he had a whole technique, which I got to figure out and try, to see if that actually helps with the sensitivity, because I am super sensitive to cold, touching cold things. Luckily, not so much with hot beverages, but I've become a little bit more sensitive, but definitely cold. I've always been touching cold things. I can't do, even if it was back in the days of like scooping out ice cream, like you take out something from the freezer and you're trying to like maneuver. I cannot do that. I have like mittens. So I use mittens when I do that. So it's all, like, just having these types of experiences and sharing, and that's what we wanna do here. We wanna have more of these discussions, so thank you, everyone, for chiming in and sharing and creating this discussion and moving forward and giving ideas too. If there's videos that you would love to hear more about, please let me know. We're gonna be producing some more educational topics, so they'll be specific. Like today, it's just a random chat of sharing. I'm just jumping on here, seeing who's here, and just saying hello to everyone and checking in to see how you're doing with the holidays and what we can do to support you. I know we're going to be working through a lot of the holidays, so you'll see us with our Giving Tuesday campaign. Our Fibromyalgia Gives Back, so we're going to be surprising some families and fibromyalgia advocates around the country with some gifts this holiday season. So I'm excited that Latoya got me excited about it, and just trying to get that off the ground with other advocates, because we really care about all of you out there and want to make sure you have the resources you need, not just online educational resources, but what's going on when it continues to just access general basic needs and resources. So that's important to us. We want to have more discussions on sleep, because I've been testing everything under the sun to help with sleep. I'm going to be doing some more videos on that. I'll be talking about this new device that I have. This is from Sauna Health. So it's a head device with some earphones that they sent me. Grateful for being able to try. They're talking about improving my sleep quality with that device. So I've been testing it out. I have to get really diligent on doing it twice a day, because they have some studies on fibromyalgia and improvement in pain and increasing sleep. So I've been testing it out. I'm putting it on my head. It's much easier if I lie down. Although every time if I'm around, like during the day when I try to do it, my dog will come. So I'll have the headset. I'm trying to get into the mode of it, because there's sound and there's some lights, and you can change the sound and lights. And then, of course, as soon as I do that, my dog will come around and start licking my face. So I don't know if he's just curious at that time. So I've been trying to do a better job of going through that. And it dials into an app. So I log in. So every time I turn on the device, I'll log into the app. I'll indicate where my sleep quality is, where my pain quality is, and kind of my mood, and measuring it out. And I'm still learning about what my sauna score is. So that's from Sauna Health. So I'm going to actually do a full video on that as I dig into the science of it, because any resources that I can for sleep is super important for me, because I've always struggled with sleep. So I always look at sleep hygiene. We'll do a video on that as I go through some of the sleep hygiene tips of things that have kind of worked for me. And then just in general, because there's hundreds of like different sleep hygiene tips that you can utilize. Well, not hundreds, but in functional medicine, we do talk about it a lot. And then stress management and how it connects to sleep. I've been doing a lot more research on that, because I've finally come to terms with that. I'm very vigilant. I always knew that I was a very vigilant person, but I've dialed in my nutrition and a lot of things for sleep, but there is something amiss when I cannot shut down that vigilance while I'm sleeping. So it always feels like I'm sleeping with one eye open. So I talk about Toby and my dog. Like, I think I might end up being more vigilant than him. So sleep is a super important part of fibromyalgia health. It's just a part of health in general because they know that you're not getting good quality sleep for anyone. Your immune system, you're not repairing, you don't feel good, you have increased brain fog, increased pain. So that's why sleep is such an important component. And I really want to get more into sleep in depth when it comes to some of the education we have for fibromyalgia. But I just wanted to jump on here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Please look out for all the news that we have for sharing. Shout outs to all the advocates doing great work. I know we're going to hear from some of our bloggers too on holiday gift guides, I'm sure. But if you blog and have a holiday gift guide you want us to share for the fibromyalgia or chronic illness community, let me know, tag us in post, and we'll be sure to share. We always are sharing on social media those gift guides from our bloggers. I love it when they work together. They have so many great things there. So shout out to the chronic illness bloggers community and everyone involved, all the vloggers out there. We're going to have some more podcasts coming up. And definitely please tune in on Giving Tuesday. If you can tune in for a little bit, I'm going to do something new when it comes to the live streaming that day. I'm going to wake up when Giving Tuesday comes in. We're looking for match donations from Facebook. It's huge. So even if you can donate to the fundraising page on November 30th in the morning, even $1, and I'm checking to make sure you can actually donate $1. I'm pretty sure. But I will double check on that. Even $1 counts because then Facebook matches it. So we want Facebook to match as much as we can to get Facebook to help fund fibromyalgia and the programs that we're using. So I'm going to try to make that a special day on November 30th to tune in. But thank you, everyone, for chiming in. Again, Renee, please sending out group hugs to you to definitely feel better from all of us at the Support Fibromyalgia Network. Melissa, Rachel, Julie, Christina. I'm seeing more people. Hello from Texas and Arkansas. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be checking in with you again very soon. So I'm going to have new topics on patients rising, information, advocacy. I got to get it all together. So I'm definitely behind on a few things, but have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.